They've called it the Baby Benz in the past. They've called it the Baby S-Class more recently. That, of course, is the C-Class from Mercedes-Benz. We've got a brand new generation driving into India. It's a car that's already getting so much attention in global markets. No doubt we'll get lots here too. Let's talk about the car that's right here with me, with Martin Schwenk, who's also right here with me. Great to see you.
Good evening, Sid.
Good
Pleasure
evening.
to meet you here in Mussoorie today.
Very nice to be in Mussoorie. It's beautiful weather,
Absolutely.
beautiful car,
Absolutely.
and great occasion. So very important product, of course, globally for Mercedes-Benz. But Martin, in India too, you announced you had 37,000 units
Yes,
of this
yes,
that are on the
yes.
road. How significant is today for you as a company?
Well, we have a very strong portfolio between sedans and SUVs, and almost 50% of our sales goes into sedans. And in this sedan segment, after the E-Class, the C-Class is one of the main pillars to carry that, and that's why the car itself is extremely important to us. So we offer it in three models. We offer it as a 200, a 220 diesel and a 300 diesel, all of them with 48 volt technology, which means they are extremely more efficient. I mean, I think we can proudly say that the 220 diesel has a range of 23 kilometers per liter. That is really best in class, and in these times where people also look in the luxury segment to save some money on the fuel pump, definitely we are on the right track here.
And it's now the most fuel efficient car even for your portfolio, you said. So
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely. Yeah.
the interesting thing is that when it comes to technology, of course, you expect the best from Mercedes-Benz. So that part's not surprising. How quickly all of this comes to India now has also not become any longer surprising. Now, the idea of doing two diesels, one petrol, that's interesting because, you know, in that premium space, we see a lot of brands actually abandoning diesel. While in your case, especially with the C-Class portfolio, diesel has been so strong. So that's interesting that you have two different options in diesel.
I mean, generally speaking, we have both engine types across our range, and I think it depends a little bit really on the customer demand. We see in the entry segment, we see a stronger push towards petrol, but the bigger the cars get, the more luxurious they get, the more we see actually also a strong drive into the diesel engines. In that sense, it's completely logical that in the C-Class we offer both options, diesel and petrol, and the diesel even in two variants. That the top end is a diesel that stands by itself, but it has a lot of advantages, the car itself. It is latest technology also in terms of cleanliness. I spoke about the 48 volt, so it's definitely a very future ready vehicle as such, and there's no reason to hide our diesel. On the other hand, since we have both, we will also react accordingly to the customer demand.
All right, let's even take a look at the car a little bit. Now, this one, of course, has the AMG line, so very cool alloys and that lovely star grille in front. You know, the car looks really more aggressive than before as well. Conveying this sportier character, that was important because the car is more powerful than the previous generation.
Well, at the end, it all follows the principle of sensual purity, yeah. So, and that's what it aims at. But of course, you know, we have also the power domes, the grills, everything that customers want. That they want to stand out. They want to have dynamic design on the vehicles that goes very smoothly with the luxury and the comfort of the vehicle itself. In that sense, I think we are very consequent in what we are doing, and I'm sure it will wow a lot of people from the outside, but potentially even more from the inside, which you have seen already.
Very
it
luxurious.
looks very much similar to what we have in the S-Class when we talk about the genes of the C-Class being the same as the S-Class. I think we can honestly say that it's very, say, high-tech vehicle, a great design, very much focused to what customers today expect from a luxury car.
In your presentation today, you mentioned, you know, about how some of those S-Class genes also mean offering new materials, new color trims, you know, of course, new technology, and the cabin is loaded with all of that. How difficult is it to execute these options, especially when you're offering a wide array of them, and the car is locally built?
You know, in our local production, there is not really any restrictions than we would have in any other location. We have a very high-tech production. A lot of it is also based on digital elements. We have a lot of qualified and well-trained people. So that is not really the issue. What makes it we need to focus to some extent the variants we offering in order to keep complexities manageable. So at the end, some customers say, can we have this color or this combination? We could probably do that. The issue is not the capability, the issue is the variance and the complexities increase, and that's not only at production, that's also then in the customer service after sales market. You have to maintain all of that potentially for very low volume. So I would say we can do almost anything which can be done in the different locations in the world, in the mother plants of our cars as well. But we'll have to have a reasonable number of customers here to actually purchase that. And that it's just an addition in complexity and makes our life a little bit more difficult.
Well, you know, the car is intuitive, it's connected, it's powerful, it's bloody good looking, I'm sure you'll agree. Given those attributes, Martin, you know, let me put you on the spot a little bit. Do you think this could be the most successful C-Class in India? It has the potential?
I'm confident, really. I mean, with the current momentum in the market, we also see we offered for our existing Mercedes customers pre-booking options. We see very strong demand, which we have seen from our existing customers. Now it's open for everyone to book cars, and we have good traction. So in that sense, with the ingredients of the car, the market momentum itself, I'm confident that we will see very strong start of the C-Class, and it has everything it needs, I think, to really stand and be stronger than even the predecessor models.
I mean, you said something really bold today on stage here, which I loved. I love it. You've said that this will be the biggest year, the most successful year for Mercedes-Benz in India. You know, coming as it does at a time when the constraints are still so many, that kind of statement really, it actually excites all of us. What gives you that confidence? What is it? Is it the fact that you have so many new products coming? Is it the fact that, you know, the company has just held on to such a strong position, or all of that?
I would think, let me start with the difficult part. We have now to some level understood how to manage the complexities in the system. We still have long waiting times of our products. We still have supply chain. We have chip shortage problems. But on the other hand, we have a very capable team to deal with it. That's one part. On the other hand, what gives us the confidence is we have a very young and very strong product portfolio, a very recently refreshed lineup for SUVs, for sedans. Now with the C-Class, I would say very complete again in its full, in all dimensions. And in that sense, the products are there. They're very attractive. We have, for the first time ever, we have an order bank of 5,000 cars. Yeah, so, and we have sold already 4,000 cars in the first quarter, more than 4,000 cars. So if you add these two numbers up, sooner or later you might have asked me anyways, will that be your best year or not? Of course, considering pandemic, supply and whatever, it's a little bold to say it now, but we have everything and we believe it should work. If it doesn't work, we'll have just to eat our words. It's always possible, but it would certainly not be based on the market. Then it would be somehow disruptions which we cannot foresee. But with what we have launched now, and we know obviously what's still to come, I'm very confident that we will have the strongest year we have ever had in India.
I'm quite confident as well for you, because we've seen your performance the last few quarters and years. Last point about those products that are coming. I know you said you're not going to tell us all of that, and you know, I understand that. But of course, the one you have talked about is World Luxury Car of the Year, the EQS. How excited are you to bring that, and also the fact that, you know, now it's just around the corner?
I think we are all extremely excited, and everyone who has had the chance to drive it will support that feeling. I had the chance, and I have to say it's a great car.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, we spoke about that. It's a great car, and what excites me as well, you know, we open the era also for the domestic production into the future. So it's not only bringing in a car, it's exciting for the entire team, and not only for sales, it's exciting for my production colleagues as well, because, you know, right now we're starting to prepare the production. We have ordered the equipment. We are starting with installations here and there. So the thing is coming. We start everything, preparing the factory to be able to deal with high voltage. We work with a network that is capable to do that on the dealer end. So all of that is happening, and it creates a lot of excitement. So we're really looking forward to the car in all dimensions as a car, but also what it means for us as a company to enter into the era of locally produced electric vehicles, and for sure many more will come over the years, not this year but over the years, and that creates a lot of excitement across the entire team.
There's a nice evening ahead, so I'm not going to waste more of your time, but one thing on the C-Class that you love?
I think what I really like most is if I sit inside in the car, yeah, I can hardly distinguish it to the S-Class I'm driving. Yeah, we had a picture here on the screen. You really have to know the cars, but what I like is it is a great design. Yeah, it looks very luxurious, and of course the connectivity, the MBUX is not only a screen, it is a lot of technology which I love to use, and I can say I immediately feel home in this car because it's the same what I have in my own S-Class.
Same environment.
I feel very much at home, so I like that a lot, I have to say.
Well, the good part is that I can now say it also drives beautifully. So, you know, it just adds all of that in.
Absolutely.
All the best with it.
Thanks.
All the best with the targets for 2022. Very excited to see those new products that are coming. And great to spend time with you always.
Thank you very much, Sid.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.